Hi, this is Stewart Russell of Makers Making Change, doing a very quick soldering demo just to help you along. So we've got a couple of solder joints to do today, and I'll introduce you to the tip of the iron, which is extremely hot and not something you should ever touch. So the important thing about the tip of your soldering iron is it has to be clean, and that's why we give you a sponge that's damp and you can wipe it off, and it should be fairly bright. But also the tip of your soldering iron should have a very little amount of solder on it, just to make it silvery, and you'll see the flux burning off there. That's perfectly normal. That's a little bit of smoke that shows you that the flux is there in the solder. So the way that you solder is fairly simple. You have to bring the iron onto the joint, you hold it for a second, you bring the solder in, you let that flow, you take the solder away, you just pause the iron a little bit, and then you take it away. So let's try that. So I'll bring the iron on, touching the joint, I'll bring the solder in, and let it melt round. This isn't going to be one of my best joints ever. Hold it, and take the iron away. Let's try that again with the other one. So we bring the iron in to the joint, warm it up, bring the solder in, leave it, take the iron away. There we go, that's a nice bright solder joint. I hope that helps. Once you're finished soldering, wipe the tip of any excess and put the soldering iron away. When you're finished for the session, don't forget to unplug the soldering iron to stop it overheating. Once you've made your joints, you'll need to trim the ends of the wires. You really need to hold these so that they don't fly, because they're very sharp. So hold one end and clip it close to the joint. I'll do that again. Hold one end, clip it close, but not too close to the joint. You don't want to snip the joint away. And it should leave two little mound-shaped, very silvery joints. Both of those are pretty decent. They're not perfect, but they'll definitely do the job. If yours look anything like that, I'd be very proud of them. Thanks.